Paragold has luxury homes' largest selection of outdoor furniture, lighting, decor, and more. Access more than 2,000 of design's best brands with beautiful all-weather pieces in every style, from traditional to modern. Plus, enjoy free design services and full-service delivery on most items. Shop in-store and online at Paragold.com. Paragold. Luxury lives here.
This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app. The sooner you start investing, the more potential you have to build your money, even for beginners. SoFi makes it simple with an easy-to-use app. To get you going, SoFi is offering up to $1,000 in stock when you open up and fund a SoFi self-directed brokerage account. Terms apply. Learn more at SoFi.com/SXM. Brokerage offered through SoFi Securities, LLC. Member FINRA/SIPC.
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat, emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Hey, weirdos. I'm Alaina.
I'm Ash.
And this is Morbid. Everybody, it's still Morbid. We're here.
It's still Morbid after all these years.
Still Morbid. We haven't changed it to like
Forbid.
Yeah. I don't know where I was
Hey,
going
that's
with
funny.
that.
That's a word. Forbid.
Forbid.
I just said forbid.
You're like, that's funny. That's a word.
Lol.
Forbid. Actually, that would be a cool band name. Forbid.
Forbid.
Forbid. Well, you know, gosh forbid. You go into the Ural Mountains in Russia.
Just end that right there.
Yeah.
The end.
Gosh forbid. Because I don't know if anyone's heard. Hello, I'm here to tell you, but a few of you have tagged me in this, and I was like, holy shit. That 8 tourists have gone missing in the exact same place that the Dyatlov Pass incident occurred.
Another tiny avalanche has happened.
Another tiny ass avalanche has occurred. Now, they were supposed to be back on Wednesday, the 10th. They were supposed to arrive wherever they were supposed to arrive, and they haven't, and no one's able to get in touch with them.
Oh,
now,
no.
Dyatlov Pass was 9 hikers, and people always said don't go in groups of 9. This is 8. So we're pretty close, but it's like... And I guess they were going up there in order to pay their respects to these fallen hikers.
And then the government said, no, the fuck you
And then
won't.
something was like, no.
It was Vladimir. I'm totally kidding.
It's a little weird.
I think it's weird.
I'm a little nervous we're going to have another Dyatlov Pass incident on our hands here. I really hope not. I hope these hikers come back very soon, and I hope they're like super, super sorry we decided to spend another night.
Yeah, we just got lunch and it went a little longer
I'm really
than expected.
I'm hoping for their sake and for their family's sake that they have a happy ending here, but I don't know. It's not looking good.
I know.
They didn't show up yesterday, and nobody can get in touch with them.
It's going to be like one of those places like this, like the suicide forest that people like don't go into anymore.
Okigahara. It's going to be, and it's almost like an Everest situation where it's like, I don't know, there's just bodies everywhere. It's crazy.
Oh, that freaks me out.
It's real crazy.
And they could be like, it's just,
Yeah, it's scary. I hope they're okay. Maybe they got like sidetracked. Maybe they got turned around. Maybe they had to camp out because weather. I don't know. I was going to look into like what the weather was happening there, but that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like I've tried to before, but I think we'll probably learn more in the next coming days. So everybody keep their fingers crossed.
Yeah. Stay tuned, everybody.
That we do not have a Dyatlov Pass Part 2.
No
Part
thanks.
Because I don't think any of us are ready for that. We're still reeling from the first one, and that was way long ago.
Yeah, they just tried to give us answers, and we were like, and
I was like,
next.
So I don't need another one of those in my life quite yet. Not until we fully have figured out the first one.
Not right now, anyways.
No, we're not ready.
Well, we're also going to be talking about something super duper spooky, just like Diet Love Pass. Again, this month the Patreons get to pick. It's
The Patronuses.
Patronus Eye Picks, and you guys decided that you wanted to hear all about this like really tall drink of water named Slendy.
Slendy.
We're going to do the Slenderman case.
Yes, this is a crazy one. And you know what? Good job, Patronuses. You're killing it.
I know. Honestly,
no pun intended. You are killing it.
they picked great things for me, and
you
I
guys
was
are great.
stoked.
We love you.
What are you covering this week? I forget.
This week, the Patronuses have picked for moi.
Moi.
They have
You're very
picked-
French today.
I know. I don't know why. I'm just feeling it. I'm like, duh.
Oui,
moi. Oui, oui.
Enchanté.
Ooh, that was pretty.
Thank you.
They have picked for me Willie Picton, which I know
Oh, bitch.
tons of people have suggested. I always knew I wanted to cover it. I just was waiting for the right time. And you know what the right time was? When the Patronuses told me so.
You will never look at a pig the same way again.
You never will. Just get ready, because I've already bought like 3 books. So shit's going to get real. It's probably going to be a multi-party, or at least 2.
Oh,
It's
I
a
love
big,
that.
big case. So thank you, Patronuses, for your choices. You've killed it.
And really quickly, if you haven't bought tickets to our live show that we're going to be doing tomorrow night,
Oh, yeah.
head on over to Instagram. I believe the link is still in our bio to purchase tickets for the Bleeding Heart Ball.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's
I'm
going to be
excited.
real spooky. We have like a fun little kind of theme going.
Oh yeah, me and my
Yeah.
teeth are ready.
Yeah. that's your hinty hint.
All right, well, let's get into Slendy.
Let's do this.
You know, the funniest thing about Slendy is that it all started in Gemini season.
Oh, look at that.
I know. June 10th, 2009 was the first time Slendy made his appearance on the interwebs. Eric Knudesen, I believe is how you say it. He used the username Victor Surge on the website Something Awful.
Ooh, love that.
Did you ever go on Something Awful?
I don't think I ever went on Something Awful.
I didn't. Something Awful.
What year was this again?
This was 2009.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
It was like your heyday.
Yeah, I was like,
Weirdness.
I never went your heyday of weirdness.
Yeah, you know. Well, he used the name Victor Surge, and he posted a picture of this like tall, thin black figure lurking in the background of this scene with these kids playing on a playground.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. No, I guess he posted 2 pictures. The first one that I saw is there's a playground and there's like 5 or 6 kids in focus, and then there's a couple in the background, and they're just like standing around this like tall, dark, scary figure.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, we'll post it. And then there's just a little kid like climbing up the ladder to the slide, like cheesing.
Ew.
Yeah. Now, Eric claims the photos were they were found in the Sterling City Library blaze, and that they were taken the same day that 14 children just went up and missing.
I love that. I always love those where it's like, yeah, like 62 kids just went up and missing and no one heard about it.
Gonzo.
Yeah, nuts.
Yeah, no. And then he went on to say that the library burned down a week after the photos were taken, and that the police took the photos in for evidence.
Sounds demonic.
Talk about a twisted situation.
Talk about a twisted sister.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. Now, people on the site had a field day with the idea of this creature. They were posting their own photos, and they were like toying with more and more ideas of his appearance. Some were like, oh, he has huge tentacles growing from his back. And others were like, they should be a little smaller because it's scarier that way. And then some people were like, he needs no face. What, should we give him a face? Why should he be wearing a suit, perhaps?
I love the suit.
The suit, really.
Honestly, the creativity here, like the creative process that was happening, like let's make massive tentacles. No, smaller ones will be more terrifying.
Smaller ones will suffice.
That's a beautiful creative process.
I love it.
And I
I
love
love
creating a monster.
It's just like a melting pot of Slenderman.
This could have just been what it was. And it's
Yeah.
sad that it got tainted the way it did.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now, the one post on Something Awful turned into a huge thread of people either like bringing new ideas, like I just said, to the guy's appearance, posting pictures of him that were supposed to be from earlier periods in history, like even like before humans and stuff like that.
I love that.
Or talking about their stories and their experiences with this creature. Now, the truth behind all of this is that the creation of Slenderman started with an online Photoshop contest.
Of course.
That's why Eric posted it in the first place.
That's where most things start, I think.
It's just for a Photoshop contest.
Yeah.
So Slenderman is not real.
No.
Even to my like, it scares me. Like, he still scares me, and I know he's not real.
Yeah, it's a terrifying idea. It's a terrifying image.
Yeah.
Everything about it. It hits every nerve that you needed to hit for being terrifying. No face.
No
Giants.
face. Done. No
Yeah,
face. Done.
Wearing a suit, tentacles somewhere, and kills kids.
Yeah.
Like that. All those things. You're like, nope.
Yeah, it's just freaky. I don't like it. I woke up
Yeah.
at like 4:30 this morning, and I was like, is he in the kitchen? It scares me, you know?
Is that internet creation in the kitchen?
I don't know. I don't know his life. Nobody
you
does.
don't know.
Now, today there are multiple movies, countless YouTube clips about Slenderman, but the original series was made by 2 college students named Troy Wagner and Joseph DeLage, I believe is how you say it. Troy was a film student, and he had read the Something Awful thread and like found inspiration. So he asked Joseph if he wanted to make a movie with him. Now, the whole thing is shot with like a video camera, like nothing high tech or anything like that. I feel like it has a very like Blair Witch Project feel,
I love that.
which that movie terrifies me to this day.
I still love that movie.
I love that movie.
So good.
But I don't even want to talk about
It's just
it.
great.
Now, the whole plot line is that this guy is working on a film project, but all of a sudden he just up and quits the entire thing. And then his friend tries to figure out what went down. He's like going through the footage, and he realizes that Slenderman has been stalking his friend, and that's why he neglected the project and just like totally left it.
That's a very valid excuse.
Absolutely. Can't come in today. I'm being stalked by Slenderman.
I'm so sorry.
Now, when they finished their movie, they called it Marble Hornets. I don't know why.
Excuse me.
Something to do with it. I didn't watch it.
All right.
They posted it online. I'm pretty sure you can still find it on YouTube. Honestly, Slenderman terrifies me, and that's why I didn't venture deeper.
Yeah.
Now, it ended up being a huge hit, just like Blair Witch Project.
Hey-yo.
And actually, Roger Ebert tweeted about it.
What?
He was just like, here's this movie. Like,
Wow,
he didn't really
that's
say
shocking.
one thing or another about it, but,
And it's like a horror movie.
but it got the people going.
Because Siskel and Eve, like all critics usually are like for horror movies. So
Well,
that's
just like-
interesting.
Yeah, we said that about It's the Little Things.
Yeah.
Like, it got really bad reviews, even
Yeah.
though it was iconic.
Certainly was.
Yeah. Now, well, imagine you think you're just like putting up a movie for fun, and then Roger Ebert is like, hey, great flick.
No, I can't even fathom
Like,
that.
those 2 guys literally
like,
just
"What
did that
now?"
on their video camera. And
Yeah.
they're like, this will be fun. Let's put it on YouTube.
And Ebert was like, yes,
Yeah.
I'm in.
I saw your movie.
Thumbs up.
I love, though, that he was just like, I saw this movie. It said nothing. Like
that's
I saw it.
I saw it.
So over the years, Slenderman really made his way into all horror markets. There's been video games. There's way more online forums like creepypasta, like wiki fandom, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And movies. And it's just so crazy that all Slenderman was just a post on like a weird website, and then this happened. It
And
was
then
like,
it just became what it became.
yeah, he just started going into the homes of everyone across the world.
I do think he just hit all the right buttons.
Yeah.
Like it's rare to find a creature or like a monster that just like really resonates and really scares the shit out of people. Mm-hmm. And he's just that monster. It's like Freddy or, it's like any of those. It's like you have to have a thing that really gets people going. And I think it's like the faceless thing, I think is huge. Wearing a suit just is different and weird.
I think honestly,
kids thing.
the faceless thing is what drives it home for me.
Because you can almost put anything to that.
Right, exactly. And like all the articles that I was reading about, like what makes Slenderman so scary.
Yeah.
It's the ambiguity.
Yeah, it's literally he can be whatever you don't want him to be.
Well, that's the thing. It's so funny that you said that, because it's like the whole idea of like what you don't know, your brain will fill in for you. And the human
Exactly.
brain is the scariest thing in the world.
Yes.
So-
So you give it a blank canvas like that, it's
Right.
going to fill in the most horrible shit you can conjure in your own brain. So it's like
Yes.
he's different for everyone.
Yeah.
He's everyone's worst nightmare because you can paint whatever you want onto that blank canvas.
Exactly. And he can hover above the tree line. I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Honestly, I've said it 82 times at this point, but the sans face thing,
Yeah.
it's the sans face for me.
Yeah. Whenever you're missing that, it's stressful.
I'm not here for that. Now, most people most people are just into Slenderman for the entertainment value of it all, obviously, like,
Yeah.
But then you have to think of the kids on the internet that are like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I forget, but when I was, I worked with this girl and she had kids, and her kid called her like freaking out about this lady on YouTube that was like supposed to like jump into your YouTube channel and like say like scary things about you. It happened recently.
Oh, was it like Momo?
Yes.
Or something?
yes.
I remember that.
Yeah. But then
Yeah.
it turned out just to be like this one video. Like,
Yeah, and it was this thing that somebody just like made a doll.
Yeah.
Or like this weird little mask.
she was
or
terrifying
something.
though, because I remember my friend showing me and I was like, if I was a child on
I'd
the
be
internet,
terrified.
what?
Well, it's similar to, like you said, Blair Witch, where we were, I think it was like, you know, my age group and like maybe in like everybody older knows that when Blair Witch came out, they marketed that like it was found footage of real hikers that disappeared and you were going to watch what happened. Like,
Right.
They marketed this shit as like really happened. And when you
Right.
went to see it in the movies, most of us thought because of the internet that it really fucking happened. So it was terrifying. It added such a different element
Oh, yeah.
to it. And it's like that. These kids now are going on the internet. They're seeing it. It's being marketed as a real thing. This is a real guy that's going to come trekking through your woods.
You don't know.
That's fucking terrifying.
Do you remember those videos on YouTube that you would like be watching somebody driving down the street? Like your friend would send it to you on AIM.
And they would scream all of a sudden, like something would fly out of them.
like some scary ass
Yeah.
lady. It's like that shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's what we had. But then now, obviously, as time goes on, things just get worse. So
Oh, yeah, for sure.
now these kids have like Momo.
Way
and
worse
Slenderman.
shit. Yeah.
Now, like I said, like there's a lot of kids out there that probably think he's real. And that's exactly what the case was in Wisconsin for 2 teenage girls. So Morgan Geyser and Anissa Weir were completely obsessed with Slenderman, and they believed that they had to prove their allegiance to him before they were going to go live with him in his mansion in this like national forest in Wisconsin.
That's so insane.
So to prove their allegiance, they would have to kill, and it would have to be like a sacrifice killing.
Wow.
Yeah. So Morgan Geyser and Peyton Leitner had been friends since the 4th grade. When Peyton saw Morgan eating alone at lunch, she decided to pull up a chair and sit next to her. And from that day on, they were pretty much inseparable. They would have sleepovers.
That's so sweet.
They would go roller skating together. They kind of bonded over their love of cats because they both loved cats. Morgan even called Peyton by her nickname Bella. They would play like dress up together. They loved to play pretend. They liked to act like they were characters in Harry Potter or like Star Trek, which Morgan really loved.
I love that. So that it was all just like very like wholesome.
Yeah, it was super wholesome. And
Yeah.
people, I mean, they were friends for like a long time, like until 6th grade pretty much. And it seems like they were kind of like not like the misfits, but like they were like a little bit like younger than everyone else, but
Yeah.
like they like jived well with each other because of that.
Yeah, they kind of clung to each other.
And it was really just like this cute friendship where,
Yeah.
you know, like they were still like playing dress up and stuff. Like,
They're like unabashedly into this, you know, things that they're into.
yeah, like it's just like innocent and pure.
Yeah.
So around 6th grade, Morgan met a new friend while she was waiting for the bus. Now, this was Anissa. So together, Anissa and Morgan became obsessed with Slenderman after seeing the creepy pasta posts online. I think Anissa was the first person to show Morgan
Okay, that makes sense.
Slenderman. Now, Peyton didn't really want anything to do with Slenderman at all. She was like, that's terrifying.
I'm good.
Cool that you guys are so into that. So, like, live your life. And she was, like, trying to support her best friend's new friendship, which when you put
That's
3
so
girls,
hard.
it's not good.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Yeah. And so I think the Slenderman stuff, obviously, like I said, freaked her out, and it brought Anissa and Morgan closer.
Yeah.
So it left Peyton a little bit on the outs.
And that sucks.
And Morgan and Anissa like really like preyed on her because of it. They would like send her links to the creepy pasta. They'd send her messages and be like, "Oh, Slenderman's gonna get you in your sleep." Like,
Oh my God.
just super nice, friendly things.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
sweet.
But you know, you're in 6th grade. Like,
That's just so shitty though.
it is very shitty. Now, looking back, Morgan was showing signs that she definitely needed some help with her mental health.
Yeah.
But obviously, hindsight is always 20/20.
Of course.
But she would have these outbursts in class. She would save insects and throw them at kids during class.
Yeah, I think somebody should have addressed that.
Oh, yeah. And then her mom was called once because Morgan brought a hammer to school.
Oh my God.
And she actually got suspended for it for like a little bit.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Now, Anissa was like a really good student, and she had a way of kind of sticking up for the underdog. It seemed like she was a little more, she was I think all three of them were like a little bit immature for their grade, but Anissa was like mature in a different way, like kind of like had like a big sister energy.
Oh, okay.
Now, so it's easy to see that she stood up for the underdog because Morgan was kind of the underdog.
Yeah.
So anytime somebody would tease Morgan, she would like basically like she'd punch them or like make them shut up. Now, by the time they got into 6th grade, Peyton was becoming more social, making more friends, and it seemed like the other 2 girls were becoming a little jealous of that. And actually, Morgan later said that Anissa would call Peyton a bitch like all the time.
Yeah, because it seems like they're just going 2 very different ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? They're like a little more on the outside are the 2 of them, and a little more like going towards the mainstream.
Yes, Peyton. Exactly. And, you know, it's like in 4th, like a lot changes between 4th grade and 6th grade. And like you start a new school in 6th grade. So
of course
she's meeting new people and like, you know, it's
and
just...
it is hard when like because I remember it happened to me when I was in like middle school. Like my best friend at the time became like super popular and cool. And sometimes you just don't follow them to that path. Like you wish you could, but you didn't.
Yeah. Just sometimes it doesn't work out.
It's not easy.
And I honestly, like a lot of times I just don't think 3 is a great number for teenage girls.
3 is a tough
or preteen
number.
Girls.
It's a tough. 1 is always left out.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not saying this is like the case for everybody. Like my friend group used to be like 7 people, and that worked. Yeah, but I think whenever it's 3, like from my personal experience, I was always the one that was like, I'm feeling a little left out here.
Yeah, because I feel like the other 2 just somehow 2 people always bond a little bit more. It just like naturally happens,
or like have more in common.
Yeah. So that sucks.
It does. Now, so they all still wanted to be friends, and Morgan's birthday party was coming up, and they were really excited. Morgan had turned 12 on May 16th, and then 2 weeks later, on May 30th, she was going to be having like a birthday party sleepover with both Anissa and Peyton.
Okay.
Now, it was a Friday night, and Peyton's mom remembers like how stoked she was to go to this sleepover. Now, the 3 girls went roller skating for like hours, and then they went back to Morgan's where they hung out until they fell asleep. Now, Peyton remembered it was weird that Morgan didn't want to stay up all night because she always wanted to when they had sleepovers. Huh. And this one, I mean, it was like her birthday, like she could do what she wanted.
Yeah, and you would think that would be the time.
And she didn't. So that was kind of weird. And then Anissa remembered later that Peyton like kicked her in the face by accident while she was sleeping. And Anissa was like, yeah, so I kicked her back on purpose. And it's like, well, she was sleeping,
right,
dude. Like
calm
chill.
Down.
Now, the next morning, they had donuts for breakfast. And actually, Morgan and Anissa woke up first and went downstairs without Peyton. And Peyton woke up after them and went down after.
Oh, that sucks.
There's already like...
Yeah, there's already some weird shit happening. Because that was
Exactly.
always... Do you remember those sleepovers where you would wake up the next day after sleeping for like 45 minutes and you just were like, just complete... just shit.
Oh, when I was this age, I would go home and like have to sleep all day.
Me too. Yeah.
And
You'd
my mom would be like,
sleep.
Jesus Christ, like you're not going to a sleepover for a long time because you're miserable when you come home.
Yeah.
And it was true. So the next morning, like I said, they had donuts for breakfast. They hung out. They played dress up. I guess they were playing with silly putty at one point, like throwing it at the ceiling.
Silly putty.
I'd be real mad.
Probably putting it on newspaper.
No, I guess they were mixing it with like granola and then like throwing it up to the ceiling.
All right, that's weird. I didn't know you could do that. We used to just kind of stick it onto newspaper and it would transfer the newspaper onto it.
We used to just like hold the silly putty and like make it like drop into one hand and then lift that other hand up and drop it into the other like you're supposed to do.
I thought you were going to say something like, we used to just go party.
Well, not when I was 12.
I'm like, I used to play with silly putty. I thought you were going to be like, we would just go drink.
Not yet. Like not in yet. A year. But so yeah, that's not what I was doing. No. But finally they got the idea to ask Morgan's mom if they could go to the park together. Now, it's worth mentioning that any other time Morgan's mom would have been like, no way. Like, nice try. You're 12. You're not going to a park by yourself. Yeah. But it was her birthday. It was the middle of the day. There's 3 of them. So she was like, okay, go ahead. But like, come back by this time, whatever. So they head to the park. Now, when they got to the park, they went into the bathrooms and got into this like really intense fight, just like very quickly. Because pretty much all of a sudden, Anissa hit Peyton's head into the wall, which was like concrete in the bathroom. And then as Morgan was like holding her in place.
What the? So this was very clearly
premeditated here. Yeah. Now, as quick as that all happened, Morgan started panicking and just started like walking away, pacing and singing. And so Anissa told Peyton to go outside and like just checked on Morgan. And she later said that she had to calm her down by petting her like a cat.
Wow.
It's not like super clear why they stayed together, but they did decide to stay together and play hide and seek. I think Peyton probably stayed because she's with the, like, where else is she gonna go right now?
I was gonna say she's probably like freaked out and is like, I'm just gonna go with this, and like,
Right.
once we're done with this, I'm gonna go home.
Exactly. And I think, I mean, they're 12. Like, when you're 12, like,
Yeah, you're not thinking like, oh no,
Like,
they're
I'm in
probably
danger.
gonna try to hurt me more. Like, you don't think that.
yeah, you just think it's like a quick weird thing that happened.
Like,
and
that
you're
is
like,
real weird.
yeah, I would have not been happy.
No.
And obviously she wasn't either. So she was confused, but you know, I think she was just like, I'll just hang out with you until it's time to go home.
Yeah.
So after they like somewhat settled the really random argument, they decided to go play hide and seek. So Peyton said that Anissa sent her into the woods and told her to cover herself with leaves to hide.
Huh.
She remembered hearing Morgan counting like really quickly and then hearing the two girls talk while they looked for her, but she couldn't hear exactly what they were saying. And then all of a sudden, Morgan was crouched over her holding a steak knife. And right before she started stabbing Peyton, she said, quote, "Don't be afraid.
Paragold has luxury homes' largest selection of outdoor furniture, lighting, decor, and more. Access more than 2,000 of design's best brands with beautiful all-weather pieces in every style, from traditional to modern. Plus, enjoy free design services and full-service delivery on most items. Shop in-store and online at Paragold.com. Paragold, luxury lives here.
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat, emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent to taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
I'm only a little kitty cat.
Oh. What?
Don't be afraid. I'm only a little kitty cat."
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Yup.
I don't like that at all.
I hate it so much.
I hate that I know that.
No, apparently, so
What
we'll get
the
into it
fuck?
later, but apparently she had this idea that like when she like went to live with Slenderman, that was going to be like who she was, like an evil kitty cat. And that's what she was going to say to people before
Okay.
doing things like
I mean,
this.
that's scary as fuck.
Yeah. Now, while Morgan was stabbing Peyton, Anissa was standing over the two of them just watching, apparently. And what Peyton didn't know is that while she was hiding and she could hear them talking, they were actually arguing over who would be the one to stab her.
Now she's hiding. Holy wow.
While she's hiding, Anissa kept handing the knife back to Morgan that they had taken from Morgan's kitchen, by the way, and just telling her, like, you need to take this and do it because I'm, quote, too squeamish.
I'm too squeamish.
And it's like, okay.
Okay.
So right before Morgan started stabbing Anissa and said the kitty cat thing, Anissa said to Morgan, quote, "Kitty now, go ballistic."
Kitty now go ballistic?
Yes.
Poor Peyton.
Must have
right
been
now.
absolutely terrified.
This is like a carnival nightmare.
These
this
are
is
12-year-old girls.
so beyond anything you could ever conjure in your brain.
No, this is like PTSD for the rest of your
Kitty
life.
now go ballistic? I'd be like, why are you talking like that? This is awful.
Their interviews are and we'll get into it a little bit, so we'll just be prepared. So after stabbing Peyton 19 times
19 times.
in her arms, chest, legs, like everywhere, Peyton tried to stand, but she couldn't see because she probably lost like so much blood and just was so,
yeah.
I mean,
disoriented and just complete. Oh.
so she couldn't see or walk really well. And Anissa took her hand and told her to lie down because she would lose blood slower that way. And she was like, "Me and Morgan are going to go get help. We'll be back." So Peyton was like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah.
Now, luckily, Peyton doesn't remember all the details of the stabbing.
Thank goodness.
Because her body obviously went into shock. But she does remember the girls telling her that they were going to go get help. And she remembers being like, yeah, I knew that they weren't going to get help.
Thank goodness she was that clear of thought.
Oh, that clear of thought. And then this little badass of a 12-year-old girl, after being stabbed 19 times, crawled through the woods until she hit like the road, and luckily ran into this guy, Greg Steinberg, who was just out riding his bike. And he's like, she stumbles across him and they meet, and he's like, are you like, what?
You are out riding your bike and you run into a 12-year-old girl who crawls out of the woods bleeding from 19 stab wounds.
Mm-hmm. And I saw a picture in one article of her shirt that she was wearing that day, and it was soaked with blood. Like, I mean, stabbed 19
horrifying.
times. Yeah. Now, he was the one to call 911, who luckily came right away. And Peyton was with it enough to tell the officers who arrived on the scene who had stabbed her.
Wow.
Morgan Geyser. Now, with that, she was rushed away to the hospital to have emergency surgery. And now the hunt was on to find Morgan.
A 12-year-old.
The hunt was on to find a 12-year-old.
Like, it's so hard to comprehend this case.
Oh, I remember the first time
12.
I heard this case. I actually have to say, I think I heard it on And That's Why We Drink for the first time. And I was like, what, Christine? What are you saying to me?
Christine? It's just so, it's beyond any kind of comprehension.
No, absolutely.
It truly is. 12
terrifying.
seems like a baby.
I don't even remember being 12, to be honest with you. Like, when we were just talking about Silly Putty and you were like, I thought you were going to say this. I was like, I don't even remember 12.
You're like, what was I doing at 12?
I have no idea. But Morgan and Nissa were found sitting in the grass near Interstate 94. They had cleaned up in a Walmart, and they told the investigators that their plan was to walk to Slenderman's mansion.
Wow. So they were like fully committed to this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we did our job. Now we're going to the mansion.
Now, it would have been more than a 4-hour drive from where they were, and they were going to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the entire attack and the Slenderman aspect was bizarre, but things were only going to get more bleak. It was very clear during Morgan's interviews with the investigators that she had absolutely zero remorse for what she did. Absolutely zero remorse.
At 12.
Now, she told the investigators that they had no idea how hard it was to keep this plan a secret because there were plans for this. In fact, there were 3 separate plans on how to kill Peyton that took or got into motion over the last 6 months.
What?
So they had been planning this for 6 months.
That's a pretty good case for premeditation.
Mm-hmm. And Nissa and Morgan made up code words so that they could talk about the murder in public, and then they would email and write notes about it. Now, the first plan was to kill Peyton during the sleepover while she was sleeping.
That's sophisticated, the code word shit.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This was bananas.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait. They
were going to kill her during the sleepover just in Morgan's house?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where the sophistication is not there.
Yeah, that's where it dips off a little bit.
Well, not even that. They were too, quote, sleepy and tired from the roller rink,
Yeah. Yeah.
So they didn't kill her during the sleepover because they were too sleepy and tired.
It's a good calf workout.
Yep. Now, remember the altercation in the bathroom from 2 minutes ago? That was the second plan because they were going to kill her in the bathroom. Morgan noted that there was a drain there for the blood, and Anissa told the investigators, quote, from what I read on the computer, it's easier to kill people when they're either asleep or unconscious, and it's easier if you don't look at them in their eyes.
Oh my God.
She willingly told them that.
And it's just the internet tells me this. What the fuck?
Yeah, why does the internet say that?
And also
where are your parental controls?
Why are you two looking at this shit and no one knows about it? Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
Yep. So that's why they tried to hit Peyton's head into the wall. They were trying to knock her out so that they could kill her in the bathroom. Wow. But I think they just didn't do it. I mean, this is horrible, but they didn't do it hard enough. So they had to resort to plan 3. And now, obviously, they decided to do the hide and seek thing in the woods. And Morgan later recalled that the plan was flawless.
Suffering from dry, tired, irritated eyes? Don't let dry eyes win. Use Systane Pro. It hydrates, restores, and protects dry eyes for up to 12 hours. Systane Pro. Triple action dry eye relief.
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
My God.
And she also said, quote, people who you trust become very gullible. It was sort of sad.
People who you... Wow.
People
so they
who you
literally are
trust.
like, she trusted us. And like,
she got
that's
gullible.
sad for her.
Yeah.
Because... Wow, that's some evil shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's some evil shit.
The entire thing is really scary. Now, while Morgan was being interrogated, she couldn't remember who did the stabbing, and she tried to act like it was Anissa who was, like, behind the whole plan. But Anissa was super fucking calm during her interview, and she explained all of the events that took place and the reasons behind them. Basically, the whole story is they had to earn Slenderman's trust, and they thought that if they killed a friend, they would be safe, and then in turn, they would be able to go live with him without being harmed and without their families being harmed.
So it's like if you don't earn his trust first by like doing something like kill your best friend, then you try to go live with him and he's going to hurt you or your family. And it's like, so what, tell me again why you want to be in Slenderman's mansion?
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. I would say naivete is definitely a theme surrounding this case.
And it's like, for someone who's using such sophisticated, like, evil shit as, like, people who trust you, like, that's sad for them because they get very gullible, then you should also know that it's pretty fucking gullible to think something that would normally kill you and your family, but won't do it if you kill your friend, is probably not telling the truth either.
Oh, yeah.
Like, maybe you should work through that trust thought you had a little further.
Now, later, I don't want to say it will make sense, but we'll see that there's definitely a lot of mental
more
illness.
to it. Yeah.
Now, like I said, naivete is definitely a theme surrounding the case. Isn't it fun to say like that?
That is naivete.
Thanks. And so, for example, because when Anissa heard that Peyton had survived the attack, like 2 hours into her interrogation, she was like, where's Peyton's body now? Like, asked where her body was. And they were like,
hey, guys,
BTW.
can you let me know where that is?
Yeah. Like, no. But they were like, oh, she lived. So she's at the hospital getting emergency surgery.
God, imagine dropping that sledgehammer.
Oh, so when they did, they said that Anissa perked up and was like, oh, will I be able to go back to school then?
Like, oh, we failed. So can we just forget this ever happened?
Like, you
just go
thought,
to school?
Like, since she's alive, that you're...
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
that's...
What?
Just hearing that thought process, you can tell there's a lot of mental illness here.
Absolutely.
Because just the fact that they're like, oh, so we can go back to school.
Right.
Like, it didn't work.
Right.
We didn't kill her. Cool. Moving on.
So scary. Now, the kids at school started hearing what had happened to Peyton, and they wanted to paint whiskers on their face one day at school, like in support of Peyton, who loved cats and would paint whiskers on the back of her hand.
You know, I forgot. I didn't even connect those two, that like she loves cats, and then these people like used like kitty and shit
because they
while
all
doing it.
they all loved cats.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's even worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Sorry.
Well, and that's
Just,
the thing.
popped in my head.
So these kids at school wanted to do that for Peyton, but the adults were like, oh no, we know some of the details, like you can't do that.
That's
so,
gonna be traumatizing as fuck. Don't do that.
Exactly, because
Holy
little
shit.
did they know Morgan was like acting like her own version of a fucking evil cat that day.
Oh my God, but that's so sweet that those kids wanted to do that.
I know.
Oh.
Now, when Morgan's room was searched, they found over 50 pictures of Slenderman that she had drawn herself, with captions that were written in all capital letters saying things like, always watches, no eyes, and never alone.
And you know what? It's like this kind of shit would not be that strange. Like if she was drawing pictures of Slenderman and like
whatever,
writing
she's
spooky
like
stories or making weird captions. It's like that shit alone wouldn't be like alarming.
Yeah,
it
whatever.
would more just be like, okay, well, that's
She's
a
a creepy
creative
kid.
outlet. That's fine. But like you added into everything else, and it's like
That's the thing.
This girl is bringing like hammers to school and like throwing bugs at kids. It's like, I don't know. Like that's it. And again, hindsight 2020.
Always.
It's so easy to say it now, but it's like you look at it and you're like, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely
but
a lot.
it's so much easier to add up the red flags later. than
And
it
the
is
other
in
thing
the
is, you
moment.
know, like we don't know what was going on at home. Maybe they
No.
were trying to get her some kind of treatment and then this just happened.
Yeah, you have no idea.
You don't know.
So,
And like, I can't imagine that happening. Like, how do you even reconcile that as a
well,
parent?
as a parent, I can't fathom.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for all the parents involved in
Oh
this.
yeah, everybody.
And
They're all victims. there.
I don't want to say like I love when this happens, but like I have a lot of respect for when this happens. It seems like all the parents in this case were like, I am grieving for not only like the loss of my child, but like for what happened to the other child.
Yeah, like they're all losing a little bit of their child.
Right,
here. Like
exactly.
nobody died, but pieces of all of them died.
Have been taken.
Yeah.
And I mean, 2 of them, like, anyways, we'll get into
Yeah.
it. So the drawings of Slenderman were found in her room, and then there were also drawings of Slenderman found in her locker at school.
Okay.
And then back at home again, they also found mutilated dolls in her room, which again, I guess wouldn't be like that creepy.
That's a little creepy. That one's a little alarming, I feel.
Well,
but again,
here's the thing, because it's not just like, I don't know, like I definitely like ripped the heads off of my Barbie dolls because
I
I
think
was like,
everybody did
oh
that.
wow, the head comes off.
as soon as you learn the head pops off, it's like
it's like weird.
it's open season at that point.
Yeah, exactly. It's like weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
But so these dolls weren't only like missing heads; they also had like arms and legs missing, and like hands missing.
Yeah, that's when it gets a little Edmund Kempery.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
that's when it gets there.
And her computer showed hundreds of searches for, quote, how to get away with murdering someone.
All right, there it is.
And, quote, this is sad. What kind of insane am I?
Oh, that's really sad.
Like, that's sad.
That's
not
really
even, like,
sad.
scary because she's 12. It's like, why didn't you, like, I wish you just talk to somebody.
That's terrifying and sad all at the same time.
Exactly. Now, according to the New York Times, quote, the police chief, Russell Jack, called the attack on the girl 12 a wake-up call for parents and urged them to closely monitor their children's use of the internet, which he said can be, quote, full of dark and wicked things.
Yeah, no shit.
It's like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Now, the question now was whether or not to try the girls as adults, because I don't know if I've said it enough times, they're 12.
They're 12.
Now, if they were tried in juvenile court, they really wouldn't get that much time in prison, and they would most likely just end up doing like a lot of community service.
Yeah.
Which for this is really not a fair punishment.
No.
And the judge felt as though they definitely posed a serious threat to society.
Absolutely.
And that there was enough evidence to point to first-degree intentional homicide. And according to the Milwaukee Journal, quote, in Wisconsin, if a child is charged with that offense as young as 10, a case must start in adult court.
Yeah.
So young as 10.
10 years old.
But it's
Holy
like,
shit.
if you're 10 and you plan intentional homicide.
Well, this had such premeditation to it.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
like that has to be taken into consideration.
And they just like flat out told them.
Yeah.
Like at one point, I don't remember exactly what the question, I think they said like, they said, what did you feel when you were stabbing like your best friend?
Yeah.
And she was like, I didn't feel anything. It just felt like air. It was just like stab, stab, stabby, stab. And like said stab, stab, stabby, stab, and motioned stabbing. Like she was like, I don't give a single fuck.
Yeah, that's such a disconnect.
Oh
there.
my goodness, yeah, absolutely.
And it's like it sounds evil, right? When you're listening to it, but then when you actually like look into it, you're like, this is such a mental disconnect.
Right.
There's just nothing there. There's something bad in there. Mm-hmm. Like there's something that's not a good person.
No.
Like that's just happened to have a mental illness. This is a bad person
with mental
who also
illness.
happens to be very young and experiencing extreme mental illness.
It's really sad. And we'll get into like how extreme it was and when it all started.
And I can't imagine having like, her parents. I can't imagine.
No.
How do you handle that?
No.
When you have kids, no one is immediately expecting to have to deal with something like that.
No, and it's like her mom must have been like, they went roller skating together and then they had a sleepover and I bought donuts for them. Like how?
Suffering from dry, tired, irritated eyes? Don't let dry eyes win. Use Sustain Pro. It hydrates, restores, and protects dry eyes for up to 12 hours. Sustain Pro. Triple action dry eye relief.
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat, emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Was I to ever expect that this was going to happen?
A very normal birthday
party
sleepover.
for 12.
Yeah.
And it seemed like I said, like they were playing dress up. They were playing like Harry Potter, and like she liked Voldemort and stuff. And like her parents were definitely like quote unquote weirdos like us. Like they liked like macabre shit,
and they probably encouraged her to, you know, be who she is.
Be a little weirdo. Like I want my kids to be little weirdos,
which is great. You should always encourage your child to be who they are. If you're weird and you're into like weird stuff, and your kid is into very normal, like, you know, Disney princesses, or like, you know, like
you.
very encourage it. Whatever they like. Or if they're into weird stuff, nourish that as well. But
because it's like what you said, like with the drawings, if she was just drawing Slenderman, I'd be like, oh, like that's definitely like, that scares mommy, but like, cool, you little weirdo. Like
good
hell
job.
yeah.
Like you're really
an
talented.
artist.
Yeah.
And it seems like her parents did that. Like I believe her dad posted a picture and was like, I think he called her Mogo, which is really cute.
Oh my God, I love it.
It was like, only Mogo would draw like Slenderman at dinner. Like,
I feel like they were just trying to be good parents who like just, you know,
just
supported their kids' endeavors here.
Exactly.
And at 12, I don't think you're thinking it could be something like this.
And to be honest with you, I honestly got pissed off at some of the articles that I was reading about this, and especially the ones where they were talking about her parents, because they made it a point to be like, and her dad sent her mom a birthday card with skulls on it. And it's like,
oh God.
It's like the Marilyn Manson thing. Like, he's a bad person, but like just because he's interested in like macabre weird shit, that has nothing to do with his being a bad person.
It's just something to tack on to. Let's you know, again, like we were saying with the Marilyn Manson thing, it's like Brian Warner is a bad person.
Right.
Like it has nothing to do with him being like a shock rocker.
Exactly.
You know? And it's the same thing with this. Like, yeah, they're into weird shit. Like,
but like that
doesn't
didn't make their child
people.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, it didn't make their child mentally ill. You're either mentally ill or you're not. Like,
exactly.
It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just frustrating. Like we've said this when we mentioned it initially, that it's just frustrating when they like concentrate on that.
Right, because
on the superfluous details of that really don't matter.
Like, never in a like murder case are you like, oh, and the parents love to shop at J. Crew and get frappuccinos on the weekends.
Yes, and it's like that's weird to some people. Like,
right, exactly. Like that's weird to other people. So
fuck.
It just doesn't matter. Now, so the decision was made to try both girls as adults because it was just like what was legally precedented.
And they are a danger to society.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
Is without a doubt.
Absolutely. Now, Morgan was diagnosed with early onset schizophrenia during her trial.
Okay.
Many sources that I read pointed out that that's a very unlikely diagnosis for such a young girl.
I was going to say, that is so young.
So young, but her father, as it turns out, had also been hospitalized for that and had it. He was hospitalized in his teens, and it seems like he found out when he was younger and was able. I'm not sure if he was able to get like medicated or whatever, but it seems like he was able to work through it.
Yeah,
and then I think they just didn't realize that until this happened, that
That's
Morgan
crazy.
had it. Now, Morgan ended up taking a plea deal so that her insanity defense wouldn't be challenged, and she pleaded guilty to attempted first-degree intentional homicide. So she received 40 years in a state institution.
Wow.
And Anissa also took a plea deal. She pleaded guilty to second-degree intentional homicide, and she was found not guilty by reason of a mental disease or defect, and she was sentenced to 25 years in a state institution.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know what the sentences were.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, 40 years is like a very long time.
That's a big chunk of life.
25 years is too. But when you're 12, if you think about it, she's going to be out when she's like your age.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what? I think it's good that they were sentenced to those places because I don't see any point in sending them to prison. Because it's like, yes, obviously prison is like the whole point is to reform. But I think when you're this young and you're having like this mental illness, like prison isn't going to do anything for you.
Yeah, this seems like
than make it worse.
They need help.
Absolutely.
Both of them.
Now, according to Lisa Miller, who wrote the article Slender Man is Watching, she wrote a really good article for New York Mag. Anissa has good days and bad days. I guess she's like a model prisoner and she follows the rules. She's done the 7th grade history curriculum twice.
Wow.
So she's like super smart.
Damn.
But she also has like intense breakdowns from time to time, and she's been placed on suicide watch and put in a straitjacket before. So she's definitely still struggling.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot there.
And Morgan has been able to get a lot of the psychiatric help that she needed. She was also diagnosed with oppositional defiant disorder, and her doctor testified in court that she had been suffering hallucinations since she was 3 years old.
What the fuck?
3 years old.
Are you kidding me?
I guess she would see like vivid pictures on like the walls and stuff, and like obviously she had like imaginary friends and stuff like that.
Wow.
But think about it. When your kid is little and they have an imaginary friend, you're not
think
thinking
it's
that they're
cute.
schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Almost everybody had an imaginary friend.
Exactly.
You know, so
Naughty Martha.
that's hilarious. Yours was Naughty Martha and mine was Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Now, both girls have made appeals. In fact, Morgan's appeal was brought to the Wisconsin Supreme Court in 2020 because her lawyers basically were saying like it wasn't fair because she was a juvenile, and now the
she
Constitution has changed.
she still needs to...
Not the Constitution, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I know what you mean. In my opinion, she needs to serve that time.
Absolutely. And I not even serve that time. Yes, absolutely. Also get help.
It needs to be all of it. Because no
Everything.
matter what, you need to get help, but you also need a consequence.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, poor Peyton has to live with these memories and this trauma
Forever.
and the physical scars of this for the rest of her life. They
Absolutely.
deserve to have punishment.
Yeah. So her appeal, like I said, it was brought to Wisconsin Supreme Court in 2020. But actually earlier this February, like last week, I want to say, the court announced that they will not hear the appeal.
Good.
They don't want anything to do with it. Now, Peyton is doing incredible.
Yay!
For obvious reasons, she doesn't want to communicate with Anissa or Morgan.
Yeah, don't blame her.
She said that if she did speak to Morgan, she would thank her. And she told David Muir of ABC News, quote, "I would probably initially thank her. I would say just because of what she did, I have the life I have now. I really, really like it, and I have a plan. I didn't have a plan when I was 12, and I do now because of everything that I went through."
Wow.
And yeah, and ABC News went on to report that Peyton's family was super proud of her and excited to see what her next chapter was in life.
My God.
And now I believe she's like going to college.
And it's like she's probably right when she says like she probably looks at life, not that she was looking at it like frivolously at 12,
12,
you know,
yeah.
but like you're not fully cognizant of how fleeting life is.
No,
and how
that
it
will
can be
make you
snuffed out in a second.
Very aware. She slept with like a pair of broken scissors underneath her pillow for like years.
Oh my God.
And like her family said like there was like family members that she like couldn't get close to. She had a hard time making friends. Like
I'm
she
sure
just
I
couldn't
wouldn't
trust
how do you
anyone.
trust someone after that?
No, but she worked through it and now is like
What a
wanting to
badass.
thank the girl that did this to her.
What a badass. Peyton, you're a badass.
She's a badass.
Oh, I just want to like high five her.
Yeah, so that was all in the name of Slenderman.
Wow.
And now it's dark in here and it's spooky and I want it to be done.
I'm just shook at that case.
Yeah, it's a rough case.
It is. It is babies. I mean,
That's
these are
the
literal baby girls that are just doing the most adult monstrous things.
Yeah, it's really scary.
to somebody who trusts them.
I feel like I used to watch that show like Killer Kids all the time.
I can't watch that shit.
Ever since you had kids,
Yes.
I can't because I'm so close to your kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, nope.
It freaks me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like too much.
I can only imagine what happens when I have my kids because like you had yours and I'm already like tapped. So.
Oh, just wait.
Jesus.
Just you wait. It
Wow.
changes.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Thank you, Patronuses, for picking that one.
I know, and I'm excited for your Willie Picton one tomorrow.
Once again, you guys nailed it. We love you.
We love you so much, and we love all you weirdos
We
out
love
there.
all of you.
So if you want to follow us on Instagram, you can do so at
Morbid Podcast.
hit us up on Twitter.
A Morbid Podcast.
Send us a Gmail.
Morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
And we hope that you keep listening.
And we hope you
Keep
it weird.
But it's weird that you pledge allegiance to a man that doesn't exist. Bye.
Suffering from dry, tired, irritated eyes? Don't let dry eyes win. Use Sustain Pro. It hydrates, restores, and protects dry eyes for up to 12 hours. Sustain Pro. Triple action dry eye relief.